what you were talking about regarding fun and a culture of working yourself to death in a capitalist
Yeah.
country. So yeah, there's a conflict there, right? Because you're encouraged, especially in America and in other countries as well, but particularly in this one, um, especially if you're racialized as white, I feel like you're heavily encouraged to just work and shut up and accept the benefits and privileges that come from that work, and don't ask any questions about it, and don't think too hard about it. Don't think about it at all, actually. Just accept these as if they were blessings from God above. And so that's, to me, and that's how a lot of racialized white people end up serving the ends of white supremacy, uh, through willful ignorance, right? Is because
Yeah.
ultimately a lot of people end up facing, they have a moment, typically people, where they realize this, where they realize that they're either implicitly or explicitly supporting white supremacy and its
Yeah.
perpetuation. And
Well,
either they turn away from it, which I think the vast majority do, or they, contemplate it more and make a decision consciously one way or the other. Um, so my goal, like with this show, and having these conversations, is to give more people the opportunity to make that decision with all the cards on the table, full knowledge of the racial hierarchy, its impact on us, at least a good amount of the history of it, a good amount of the mechanics of how it works on us and has been working on us. Um, you know, I think that it's only when people acquire all of those different aspects that they can truly choose something different. Um, I think that you're right about having fun, having to be a critical, important part of it. But like that's just because of our humanity, bro. We're human beings. Like I mean, like fun is
yeah.
universal, right? Like, and so
Yeah.
it's just
We are from Earth.
right, yeah. Like, so I mean, yeah, I agree with that part. But I just want to. I feel like we need to go all the way back to the fundamentals of racial divisions as categories of humans. That is what this is all about. That is what this
Yeah.
is really about. Like all of the divisions that stem from race stem from that human hierarchy.
Yeah.
It,
This is going to blow your fucking mind. I believe in eugenics. And I think that the people who have spoken on it up to this point got it all wrong. We're not some petri dish to be played with. We are cosmic chaos, and we need all of us in order to enjoy the strength of our diversity. The premise of what culture is how did we socialize to survive to this point as a literal minimum. But in my head, I look at how we have displaced other species and how those other species lived up until the point that they were ruined in their habitats by highways, buildings, construction, uh, toxic chemicals. I mean, there is news now that there are primates in Africa that are domesticating wild dogs. They have pet dogs and they are not human. And there's also news that just broke that there are squids that are now using tools because of all the trash that's been dumped into the ocean. Like they're legit like building houses in the trash in the ocean. So when I consider this this premise that we have been this long-standing like species, the divisions have to be described without any magic associated with it. And that's, I think, the dispelling part of trying to accomplish understanding moralisms of race in the digital era is that, yes, we are different. You have a darker skin. amount of melanin that changes that. For me, I'm lighter and paler and have, you know, the kinds of features that we have that our ancestors pushed together and created for us. But what function did that serve outside of choice? Like, if all these people want to go on about how, you know, there shouldn't be any mixing and any of that stuff, like, can they even speak to how they got there? And they can't even trace back.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, right? Like, I mean, like, there's a lot of, you know.
So what I'm getting at though is that I think the science of it has to be reconsidered without the magic that we are some special animal. And there are scientists out there who hit the nail on the head, but they always dance around.
The science of what? What exactly are you talking about?
The science of how we're all different. So, you know, as at a minimum, we know that people from all over the planet who do not have any sort of disabilities or don't have any sort of mitigating factors to reproduce, as long as if they have the ability to reproduce, they can reproduce with anyone from anywhere. We can go anywhere and settle anywhere and be part of any culture, whether they like us or not. That's a different matter. But we can go and breed more with any of us. And that is such a fundamentally important thing to our unity that is overlooked often, that we have the capacity to still mix our genes together and create new life, to create ongoing life. And so I look at divisions, and like, to me, you know, when people are like, oh, I don't see skin color, it's like, well, you fucking better, because that's about as deep as that gets. Like,